Hello and welcome to Stretford Paddock. My name is Joe. This is Adam McCullough. This is also Transfers Live, Paddock Live. How are you doing, Adam?
/piss take.
/piss take. This is the first one of these we've done together. They've let us loose in the PM.
There is a moose loose in the hoose.
About this hoose. We've got loads of stories to cover today. We're talking Trippier. We're talking United's fixtures. Diallo and Greenwood. Varane. Sancho.
Stop! I've had enough of
this.
You
Actually
lot
isn't
on
about
this channel.
Sancho.
You lot.
This is you as well, you know.
I'm not involved in this channel, guys. Every video that comes out about Sancho.
Well, this isn't about Sancho. This is about Alex Ferguson.
I'm turning into one of those trolls on Twitter.
Yeah.
That's contacting the people that are delivering the news, saying, "I don't care, just sign him."
Yeah.
Well, you're like, what?
Yeah.
We don't sign him. This is just news.
We're just reporting the news. But today's news about Kieran Trippier, and also we've got a little Sergio Ramos update as well tonight.
Is it an update or is it dreams between me and you?
Couple dreams, couple updates, whatever. Let's get into it then.
Sweet dreams.
Kizza trips. Manchester United are interested in England Atletico Madrid defender Kieran Trippier, which we already knew, but they are not willing to meet his 20 million valuation. Now, this is coming from BBC. There was another report today from the Telegraph, one from the Guardian as well, I think, that a bid has basically been rejected. United made a bid of around, I think it was 12 million, and Atletico were like, that's nowhere near enough. They want closer to 20. We want to go 12. What are your thoughts on Kieran Trippier? Because we haven't really spoke about this.
Ronnie, doing you proud.
That's a Coca-Cola brand. What are your thoughts on Kieran Trippier? And do you think he's worth 20 million?
You know.
You have?
Yeah, hope you know.
Yeah, but he wouldn't like it, would he, Ronaldo?
Yeah,
he'd move that bottle.
Yeah, but he picked up a water that's made by Coke.
Did he?
Yeah.
He said drink water, didn't he? I've got water in here.
You've got Coca-Cola.
Fizzy. Go on then, Kieran Trippier. What do you think? Is he worth 20 million?
Is he? Yes, is probably, the answer. Is he worth 20 million? When you look at some of the money that's spent in this market, if we paid 20 million for him, I'd be happy with that. But you're hearing about a release clause of 40 million euros, 34 million pounds.
Yeah.
And if United were to spend that kind of money on him, I would probably think, look, if we got all our other business done that we needed done and we signed him, I don't care about the money, I think good signing.
Yeah.
But if that came at a cost and took budget away from where we could potentially spend elsewhere, I just think give Delo a chance, give Ethan Laird a chance. Yeah. Because, look, Kieran Trippier is going to be a rotation/backup option for Wan-Bissaka, right?
Yep.
And potentially on the left as well, he can play there too. Isn't that Laird? Isn't that Delo? I like Diogo Delo. He's with Portugal at the minute. He's only come in as a backup option after some injuries. But he had a good season with AC Milan. All right, Trippier's ahead of him at the moment. Won the league with Atletico Madrid. But this isn't for a first-choice fullback. Do you know what I mean? I'm all for potentially signing Trippier as a backup, but not at the cost of not signing a centre-back, not signing a right-back winger, not signing a centre-half or a midfielder.
Do you think, though, that, obviously, Delo's not the worst player in the world, but...
I think Delo's good, man.
But is he?
Yes.
Because, and he's decent, but is he good enough to play 25 games a season, which is what, with Trippier maybe playing that kind of number?
I genuinely think if Diogo Delo, and you've got to remember we signed him as an 18, 19-year-old.
Yeah, something like that.
If Diogo Delo came through our academy, let's say, we'd think, oh, there's something there. Because he is actually a very good... Now, we spent 20 million on him. And he came in with Mourinho in a summer that wasn't looked at fondly. But actually, we sent him out on loan to AC Milan, and he did quite well. And if he wasn't already a Man United player, I'd guarantee he'd be being linked to Man United as a potential option or an alternative to Trippier.
Yeah.
I would take him, but maybe United's thinking is we sell him. Maybe he wants to go permanently to AC. We sell him and we bring in Trips.
It's a weird one, isn't it, Trippy? Because I was thinking the same as you, yes, he's going to be back up 10, 15 games. But then I was doing the video the other day, we were doing the transfer report, and actually looking at the stats of it. He, in terms of getting the ball into the box, I think he's in the 97th percentile, which means, only 3% of fullbacks are better than him. Same with, travelling the ball forward, crosses into the box, accurate crosses, that sort of thing. He's actually really good going forward, or better than maybe people think he is. So I think he actually might play more like 25, 30 games rather than, 15, 20 games. And I think for that kind of money, for 15, 20 million, that's very much worth it. Do you know what I mean? Just someone that's actually going to play quite a lot of games rather than just, like Donny van de Beek played 30 games this season. I know he didn't play many minutes, but I think Trippier could easily have that sort of effect. And
I do think, like, he could be, let's say we're playing against a team where 1-0 down or 0-0, we're chasing the game. You make that substitution with 20 minutes to go.
Yeah.
Your team takes on a different dimension, even if you don't change shape or anything like that. So I think, yes, it gives you a different threat down that side. But at the same time, I think Wan-Bissaka improves with having a right winger in front of him. Do you know what I mean? So bringing in that right winger, not going to say his name, but bringing in that right winger is so important to that right-hand side as well. Yeah. And that's another way to improve it.
Yeah, maybe you're right, actually. Also, do you like these from Bury?
So is Gary Neville, right?
Don't know, probably.
Right backs from Bury do all right for us. So
that does make a difference, doesn't it? The fact that he's basically from Manchester.
He's a United fan, isn't he?
I think his family are, at least.
Is, regardless of where you're from, being a United fan, or his family growing up being United fans. I think he played for Burnley. He was at City, wasn't he, early on in his career? Probably. Didn't play for them. Had a good time at Tottenham, part of that Poch team, which everyone raved about. Has done really well at Atletico Madrid. How many English players go abroad and do well?
Very few. Sancho, one of them.
I know more so nowadays, but over the years,
not
many.
No.
So he's a good player, man.
Yeah, he is. We've got a super chat from Connell, and he said, Ramos leaving Madrid. We will be talking about that in a little bit. Let's hope United act. Can we admit Rice isn't worth the money, or we should be actively going for Ndidi or Sal, getting a bit fed up with the Jadon Sanchez talk too, get it done. We'll come back to the Ramos thing. Declan Rice, I was saying it the other day, I'm worried that he might be worth 30 million and somehow they're going to get 90. Like, he's a decent player, but what does he do?
Look, we've just spoken about Kieran Trippier, who's at a different stage of his career, granted, but potentially being worth around that much. So I think you are being a bit harsh. I'd say if Maguire's worth 80 million, I'd say Declan Rice is worth, I don't think he's worth 80 million, but he's worth probably about 50. You know what I mean? 50, 60 at a push with the Premier League tax, English tax, all those things in. When you're hearing 100 million, you're thinking, all right, cool, let's look elsewhere, man. Like, that's one of the game changers in your summer, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because, and this is a decision you should make straight away. Just go, all right, cool. When you're hearing quotes of, and look, it's reports, it might be all bullshit, 50, 60 million euros for Sal Niguez. You've got talk about Camavinga potentially being available. All these different midfielders. Could you tempt Pedri to the club? There's loads of different players out there that you could splash the cash on. I just think spending that kind of money on Declan Rice would be a mistake.
It's a lot, that.
But
it's so much money.
We thought that about Maguire.
Yeah.
And Ollie would look at it like, I just want that player.
Maybe.
I don't care about the price. I don't care about this. And Declan Rice will give you 10 to 15 years. Potentially, I don't think he's worth it. But that's the arguments that you could make. I do think he's a talented player, though. And I think he got criticised after the last England game. And I thought, look, I've criticised him before because I didn't really see what he did. So I'm not going to get on my high horse here. But I thought it was a bit unfair. Because he kind of laid the groundwork for England to do well and Phillips to do well. And I think Phillips said as much after the game.
Yeah, Phillips was good. I think he did stand out over Rice.
He was my man of the match,
But that doesn't mean that Rice wasn't good as well. I just think so often it seems like he's like doing all right and someone else is being better.
But even there, look, Phillips.
Yeah.
You'd get Phillips for 50, 60 mil.
Yeah, but he's inconsistent, isn't he? Right, let's move on to United's fixtures then. They were released today. I'm sure a lot of you have seen them. I want to get your thought. There's the opening fixtures there. Leeds at home, which is a good one. And then Liverpool.
That's not the opening fixtures.
That's the opening fixture. Leeds at home is the opening fixture, and then there's some key.
We got some good opening fixtures, haven't we? And then it gets sticky. Like,
right.
If I looked at this, basically, because I'm basically the final day of the season is on my birthday.
Is it?
We've won trophies on my birthday before as well.
Happy 22nd of May birthday for you.
We've won trophies on my birthday before.
Have you?
22nd of May, 99, we won the FA Cup.
20 becomes 21 on the 22nd.
Mate, this is what I'm
I
saying.
knew it! I knew that was coming.
Saying.
Right, so let's go through the first phase of fixtures then. Leeds at home, Southampton, Wolves, Newcastle, West Ham, Aston Villa. This is great. And then crisis hits. October the 1st, it's Everton, Leicester, Liverpool, Tottenham, City, Watford, Chelsea, Arsenal. And in the midst of that...
I forgot Watford were back.
And in the midst of that, we've got 3 Champions League group stage matches. What the Francis Coquelin is that for a run? And then you think that, right, and then
I'll
it goes...
tell you what.
Go on then.
We'll shit him.
You think we'll shit all of them?
Shit.
I saw a graphic on Twitter before, and it sort of ranked teams by where they finished last season, whether they were a green team in terms of like a bit easier, a yellow team which is kind of mid-table, or a red team which is like top 8.
System.
Traffic light system. United had 7 red traffic lights out of 8. What does that tell you?
What, late or early?
What?
Early.
What do you mean?
7 red traffic lights out of 8.
Yeah.
When's the 8?
The 8th is the Watford game. What's happening to you? You all
No,
right?
but 8. The first 8.
No, that period there in October.
That's cool, man. You gotta play. You gotta play everyone twice.
Don't say you've got to play everyone twice, because then in March we've got City, Tottenham, Liverpool, Leicester, Everton in a row.
You're being negative, Nancy. Let me tell you
Go on,
something.
then.
Let me tell you. Look at this running at the end of the season, mate.
Okay.
This is when you win the league.
Okay.
April the 2nd, Leicester at home, piece of piss. Everton away, piece of
What?
piss. Norwich at home, shit 'em.
Yeah.
Arsenal away, shit 'em.
Right.
Brentford at home, fucking who are Brentford,
Who's
mate?
Brentford?
Like Brighton away, Chelsea at home, Palace. That, like, for a team that's going to be going into April top of the league, that is the kind of running that you want. And I know in March we got City, Tottenham, Liverpool. Who cares? You got to play them all at once. And you know what's going to be in there, in between them, to like settle it down.
Champions League semi-final.
So you know we'll be going through. We'll be banging City, and then before you know it, we've got to focus on Champions League, and then focus on Tottenham. So we'll be distracted enough.
Well, that's the positive way of looking at it. The negative way of looking at it is by about the 6th of November, our title challenge will be done. That's the way I'm worried about looking at it.
We get a gap. Like the first 7 games, we're winning.
Yeah. So first 7 games again, it's Leeds, Southampton, Wolves, Newcastle, West Ham, Villa, Everton.
Win. Everton, who's even their manager? Rafa Benitez.
We'll get onto that in a little bit.
Raphael Benitez. Bro.
We'll get onto that.
He doesn't even want to be there. They're getting managers that don't want to be there.
Yeah.
Like he only wants to be there so he can be living around Liverpool fans. Imagine that.
So he can get the taste of Liverpool fans in the air.
In his mouth.
In his gob. Right, well, that's a good point then. I suppose it is something that you pointed out. You do have to play everyone twice, but playing all your difficult games back to back to back you might say could lose you a bit of confidence. If we drop some
imagine the
points
confidence you gain when you win them all.
Brilliant. I love that. I love this just blind victory that we're going into this with.
Listen, all these twats, including me, running around saying it's coming home.
Yeah.
21 is also coming. Home.
Coming home. Right, let us know what you think to those fixtures. Obviously you have to play everyone twice. It's no surprise. The Boxing Day, by the way, is Newcastle away.
We always play Newcastle on Boxing Day. Why are you asking?
It's either Newcastle or Leicester. Does it worry that we've got easy games, dead hard games, easy games, dead hard games, rather than it sort of being gently interspersed, like stirring sort of
build the momentum,
hot chocolate into a drink
for the big games? Bang,
pang, 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 pang.
Build the momentum. Bang,
bang.
Get me. And plus, you build the gap, don't you? So you build that gap. Have you seen City's first 7, bro?
No, what is it?
After 7 games, we're going to be about 16 points clear of them. I promise you, bro.
16 points clear.
You. Look, we'll have about 18, they'll have about 3 points. Look at their fixtures. Tell me these
we're going to be 16 points clear.
Title. Look, watch. Go,
right, so
show me.
Manchester City's first 6 fixtures are Tottenham, Norwich, Arsenal, Leicester, Southampton, Chelsea, Liverpool. That's fucking tough. But if they come through that top of the league, it's done.
If what? But
if chips are salty, they're nice. Get over it.
We got 7 games. We'll win anyway. So
yeah, we will actually.
It's all good in the hood, baby.
It's all good in the hood. Right, let's move on. This is a nice one. Diallo and Greenwood both nominated for the Golden Ball. Thoughts on that? Thoughts on the Golden Ball? Do you like it as an institution? You bothered?
I got golden balls. Have you ever heard about that?
You have got golden balls, haven't you? And how did you get those golden balls?
I once used this thing called Manscaped.
Did you now?
Yes, I did.
Well, I'm so glad you mentioned Manscaped because this show is sponsored by Manscaped, the all-time greatest below-the-belt grooming solution for blokes. Actually, there you go. Use code Paddock Live.
Now I know they sponsor
20%
stuff
off
like the
and free
UFC
shipping.
and that.
Yeah, go
but
on.
this is where this is where the real blokes are at.
This is
that are
grassroots.
promoting Manscaped. You know, Israel Adesanya and all that. They ain't got proper clean Gucci's like me and Joe, bro. They ain't getting stuck in with the Manscaped.
No, they're getting
like
waxed on some island in the Maldives.
by Dana White.
We're in the trenches. I'm going down there, like, getting thicket out of the way like I'm entering some sort of jungle or something. That's what mine's
You know
like.
when you watch them videos of the Vietnam War and they're going through the... That's what you like, the Ho Chi Minh Trail.
Yeah.
That's what it's like down there.
Joe Chi Minh Trail, that's what I call it. People like jumping out on me, surprise, ambush attacks down there. You should see it. That's what it's like. So you've got to get Manscaped because, like you said, sometimes you've taken your mum's Venus razor and you don't want to go all the way down to the bone because you don't want it looking like
You've got no desire and all the fire.
yeah, exactly.
Trust me.
You don't want it looking like a baby's forehead, all sort of soft and white. That's what mine looks like if I shave it.
And
I
you've got a little soft
So I have
spot
to
down
leave
there
a
as
little
well.
stub, a little stubby, and I can control that with the perfect trimmer, the trimster, the trimmeister.
Yeah, they got so much stuff as well. What's the latest package called?
Well, they've got the perfect
lawnmower
package, haven't they? The lawnmower
3.0.
3.0, which is sensational. They've got the perfect package 3.0, which gives you everything you're ever going to need. It gives you, especially in this weather as well. I have been caning that ball deodorant. If you go down there, it smells. I mean, it smells like. Do you know when you go into the sort of the perfume bit on a ferry?
Yeah.
When you get in the ferry,
Like
across
Debenhams.
it smells like Debenhams down there,
Yeah.
but in a good way, in a manly way.
Because they got that ball deodorant as well.
That's what I'm
haven't they?
saying. In this weather, it is imperative that you get that ball deodorant. Manscaped do it all. If it starts from about your belly button down, Manscaped have got it covered. And again, you can get 20% off and free shipping using the code
Little
Paddock
secret as well.
Live.
I'll tell you why Manscaped's so important. And these are real life scenarios that we have been through.
Yeah.
I know we've got to keep the lights on, we've got to pay the bills, and this is a sponsorship and all that. But this is real stuff that I'm telling you right here.
Yeah.
This is how I know Manscaped's the shit. So their battery life's quite good, yeah.
Yeah.
But me being me, I forgot to put my thing back on charge. So I'm halfway through looking after the golden boys.
The kids.
Downstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm doing my gooch as you do. Boom. Light goes off. I'm thinking, oh my God.
Oh no.
It's run out of battery, mate.
Juice.
What do I do? What do I do? So obviously, I go and put it back on charge. But me being me, I'm impatient. I can't be running around with half-done balls, looking like Mr. T down there with a mohawk.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
yeah.
So what I did was I went back to my old one.
Oh, come on. You should have thrown that sucker away.
I went back to the old one.
Yeah.
Within 15 seconds, I've nicked it. No nick technology on that bad boy.
No.
Blood everywhere.
Yeah.
And I know you're thinking, Adam, blood everywhere. What are you talking about?
Those suckers
Blood
bleed.
everywhere. Those
Yeah,
bad boys
looks
bleed.
like a...
You think you get away with it?
cat
Look
flap.
down later.
I
Woo!
know. You're peeling your boxers off next thing you know.
So it's legit. It's
Yeah.
the real deal.
It is.
It's real deal. Holyfield, get your Manscaped on. What is the code? Paddock Live.
Paddock Live. We're just getting word here, if we can go straight to our Varane story. Let me just double check this one. People in the comments are...
I don't think it's true.
You don't think it's true?
No.
Put Varane instead. This is some breaking news here, or potential breaking news.
Or potential lies.
AS, yeah, let's go to it. AS, we say United is set to miss out on Varane there. We thought that we were going to PSG. AS are now reporting that he is set to stay at Real Madrid following the announcement of Sergio Ramos' departure. Perez has
Wait,
decided
what
to
the
keep the
fuck's
Frenchman.
going
That's
on,
according
bro?
to
What
AS.
story is what, man? Is he going to PSG? Is he staying at Real Madrid?
Yeah.
What the fuck is this guy doing?
Yeah, this Jose Felix Diaz, who seems to be very reliable in terms of Real Madrid, is saying that Varane is going to be staying at Real Madrid.
Jose who?
Your thoughts?
Jose who?
Jose Felix Diaz, works for Marca.
He don't work for Don Ballon.
No, none of that.
You know what? Part of me talking about Ramos today, I was going to mention, does Ramos confirming he's leaving strengthen their resolve to keep this guy. Looks like it has.
Yeah, I mean they can't afford to lose both of their starting centre backs, can they? I know they've got Nacho Fernandez as well, but he's, you know.
Nacho man.
I'd like to be a Nacho man. Now,
Would you
Brand's
take
saying,
Sergio bad boy Ramos? Fuck Varane. Varane, I know there's videos out there of me from less than a week ago saying that I really want you to join the club, but I didn't never want you anyway, so go fuck yourself.
Right, we're switching up the schedule. Get Ramos in here. We're going to talk about Ramos in a bit. We have to talk
As
about
for
him now.
Sergio Ramos, I was just saying last week in a
Look at
video
that.
how I've always wanted Sergio Ramos at Manchester United, even till this day.
But he's old as hell.
So am I.
So for anyone who doesn't know, Sergio Ramos has left Real Madrid, by the way. When you talk about end of an era, that is just about as end of an era-y as an era can get, isn't it? Like before we talk about United signing him, sorry, you look all upset then. Before we talk about United signing him, would you say he's in the argument for the greatest defender of all time?
Quite possibly, yes.
Yeah.
Defensively, probably not.
Yeah.
That's not to say he's not great defensively.
Yeah.
He clearly was.
But maybe not the best ever.
But he's not the best ever defensively.
Yeah.
But all-round package, leader.
One of the best
macho
captains
man,
ever.
Captain. Crucial goals.
Not just crucial goals, he's got over 100 goals.
Goals and crucial goals.
Yeah.
They always seem to be crucial.
Yeah, yeah.
Always scoring 95th minute and all that stuff. Like, for that all-round defender stuff, he's up there with Stevie Bruce. Do you know?
Yeah, when you put it that way,
I'm trying to say that with a
almost
straight
as good
face.
as Steve. You're right.
Steve Bruce scored crucial goals, baby.
Yeah, he's no Pallister.
He took penalties.
He's no Pallister, but he's almost as good as Steve Bruce. You're right. I think Ramos might well be the greatest defender of all time. Certainly, you could put that argument together quite easily.
I would never put him near your Nestas, your
Maldini.
Cannavaros, your Rio Ferdinands. Even, I wouldn't put him near those players as a defender. As a defender.
But as a footballer.
As an all-round man.
Yeah.
To look at him as
well.
well.
I say a defender, I mean, when you say as a defender, you mean defensively, don't you? Because as a defender, he has the captaincy with it, he has the goal scoring with it, he still does all those things. But yeah, one-on-one defensively, or like when the ball's coming into his own box or whatever, he's not the best of all time. But when you put it all together, like you said, he basically was Real Madrid for 10 years. Like, he was the leader in the dressing room. He did all that. He took them through 4 Champions League wins.
And a lot has to be said for being able to succeed at that club for as long as he did. I know he had his moments where he was causing all sorts of, furore off the pitch and stuff like that. But something has to, and 4 Champions Leagues?
I think it's 4 Champions Leagues.
Is it 4 in a row?
No, 3 in a row.
It's 4 out of 5.
4 and 5. Come on.
He was the captain.
Yeah.
Like,
And he's also won the World Cup, the Euros. He's won it all.
maybe
Club
he
World
is
Cup.
the greatest.
I think he might be. Certainly accolades-wise, he's probably the greatest.
But I still, like, if I was to pick a defence
Yeah.
of greatest defenders, I don't think of Sergio Ramos before I think of Nesta, Maldini, Baresi, Beckenbauer.
Yeah.
I keep saying it, Rio, bruv. Rio's the truth,
Yeah.
And it's
But
not
the thing
I'm
with
not, I said this way before he ever came in this building and kind
Yeah.
of popped around here. The geezer, Rio.
But the thing with Rio is, as good as he was, and like, I know it's not all just about trophies, but Rio only won 1 Champions League. I think, what did he win? 5 leagues?
Maybe, yeah, about that.
4 or 5, maybe 5 or 6. But Ramos has won 5 La Ligas, 4 Champions Leagues, 101 goals, a World
Someone
Cup,
said he's better than
Euros.
Nesta. Did people not rate Nesta like
I think
me?
he's better than Nesta. Yeah, but we're talking about like 10th in the world.
Do you know what he
to
was?
3rd in the world.
I always wanted Nesta.
Yeah.
I remember just before we signed Rio, we were linked with Nesta.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, come on then.
Nesta was great, wasn't he?
Never.
That's why I copied his hair. Right, so Ramos is now a free agent. He's left Real Madrid. This isn't like a rumour. Real Madrid tweeted it. They comunicado official the hell out of it. They fucking love a comunicado official.
You have to give him a send-off, don't you? Remember that twat had fucking made his teammates carry him off the pitch in the 26th minute? Remember?
No?
Remember?
Who was that?
Cam remembers that little shit.
What, JT?
Yeah?
Fuck
Remember
off.
he made them carry him off the pitch?
What, like he was like in some sort of
Julius
sedan
Caesar.
chair?
Yeah, carrying on like Princess Eve.
He's like spitting on everyone. Cheers, John.
Talk about spitting. Do you remember when John Terry spat at Carlos Tevez? People don't like to talk about that. You know, we often remember John Terry for the racist that he is and all those kind of things. But never forget, 08, that day when he missed the penalty and started crying like a bitch.
Yeah.
He spat at Carlos Tevez. I know we don't love Carlos Tevez anymore.
But Didier Drogba was too busy getting sent off, took all the limelight. JT
gets away with it. But I bet you if Tevez, the Argentinian, spat at fucking John Terry, the son of Neil Costis and all them fucking wet wipes would have been fucking... They would have been going at it again, bringing up the Falklands and that. 100% true, bro.
They really would, the Falklands. At least Keir Jarabchin to get thrown under the bus. Right, we've talked about Ramos' legacy. Now let's talk about him as a current 35-year-old footballer.
What is this as well, yeah? I'm sorry, I'm on a roll right now.
Go.
I'm frustrated.
Just run.
Ben White has been linked to Manchester United, and I'm glad Arsenal have bit the bullet for us. £40 million they've bid for that Ben White.
For someone who's played one season
He might be
in the
good,
league.
but £40 million? No. I'm glad. We best not get involved in that shit, you know. No. And hold on a minute, talk about Arsenal. I hope there's some Arsenal fans watching this, because what is going on with you lads? Aston Villa, bro. They took Emiliano Martinez off you last season. Yep. They signed Buendia ahead of you this season. And then they come to your ground with 25 mil and say, give us Smith Rowe.
It's really a lot,
you
isn't
are finished.
Just completely shell-shocked by Villa. They got all the players who wanted, they've come for our best youngster.
You know what Dean Smith did?
They've got him.
Dean Smith went, you want? You pretended you want Jack Grealish, yeah? He saw all their photoshops of Jack Grealish in an Arsenal shirt. And he went, you're trying to test me. I can take the talk to United or City, but you lot. You
fucked up. I'm going to take your best youngster off you.
It's not even, is he that good?
No, shit.
Who would you rather have? I don't think shit. I don't think you think he's shit. I think you just said it. Yeah. But would you rather have Smith Rowe or Saka?
Saka, definitely. I think Smith Rowe's decent, but I think Saka's... I think his ability to get the ball in the box is actually pretty good. But Smith Rowe's fine.
So Ryan just said, oh wow, a Falklands reference. Fantastic.
Well, no, your reference was saying that people would bring it up for no reason, which maybe you did. Right, let's go back to Ramos for a second, as the Americans call him. He's 35 years old. He ain't got a club. He's just left Real Madrid. Man United could do with a centre-back.
Oh, I'd love him, but you know what?
And you think
do
that again, get down there. You look like the next door neighbour from Home Improvement. Have you ever seen that? Wilson over the fence.
Do you know what? Someone else just commented below.
What?
Mourinho and Ramos at Roma.
Yeah.
That is the bastards, isn't it? They are the bastards.
He's a real bastard's bastard, isn't he?
We shouldn't have had that KFC just before going on.
Burping the hell out of it. Got some little zingers popping up. Ramos. Fuck Roma.
Molly said everybody loves Ramos.
Everybody loves Ramos. Would you have him at Man United?
Yes.
Really? He's going to be on 300 grand a week. He's going to come in and beat everyone up.
Yes.
Imagine how hard Fred's getting punched in the belly when he gives the ball
Imagine
away.
next time someone tries to fucking Mason Greenwood and Edinson Cavani and Sergio Ramos pull up, then what?
Oh. It's going to be so good.
Ain't nobody winning the league, bruv. And if we don't win the league, we go down. Bitching and fighting and fucking everyone
Scratching, biting, like grabbing bollocks and stuff, standing on toes. Oh,
because you know Ollie? He's a bastard, but behind closed doors.
Yeah.
We need a bastard in the front room.
We need a bouncer, don't we? Stood like that.
Yeah.
Ramos just stood in front of everyone. No goals today. Because also, like, if you'd have asked me this last season, I would have said, he's too old, it's not going to work. Then Thiago Silva trots from the Farmers League and becomes Chelsea's best centre-back.
Farmers League.
And then he trots his way over in his little tractor and becomes Chelsea's best centre-back as they win the Champions League.
Yeah.
And he's been playing at a higher standard than that for the last 15 years. He's the same age as Thiago Silva. I think there's a year or two in him.
Let's be real.
No.
It's not sensible.
Why isn't it?
Because it costs like fucking £600,000 a week. It'd be like, it's so good.
Spend it all!
There's a picture of him here, Callum. I hope you can find it. It's of him walking off a private jet here with a duffel bag, a leather duffel bag here, with sunglasses, beard, fat jacket here. Like, I just want to post that picture when he signs.
Yeah.
Like,
He's going to get it. I can
He's
hear him
swagging.
frantically
He's
typing
swagging.
away. We've got to keep talking about Sergio Ramos until that picture becomes available.
Yes, there he is.
Right, we'll get it in a sec. Let us know in the comments. Would you have Sergio Ramos? Because he's one of the best defenders of all time. Yes, he's getting on a bit.
Tom says he might be a bit slow for the Prem.
Yeah, but that's what they say about everyone. That's what, Maguire's too slow for the Prem. He's still one of the best
You
defenders
can't
in the
have
league.
slow and slow.
Yes, you can. That's what I want. I suppose, in fairness, they've got who do they put next to him at Chelsea? Christensen, who's not that quick. Zuma, who is pretty quick. Christensen.
This is why we should sign him.
Go on then.
Imagine this. Bailly and Ramos.
Bailly Ramos, and the best part of it is that's away against MK Dons in the Carabao Cup, and they're just killing League Two players. Look at him, look. That's going to be me holding his hand as he walks into Old Trafford.
Oh man, what a man! Can we dress like that if he signs?
I already dress like that.
No, you think you dress like that. When you wear those denim jackets, you think you look like that.
But I look like Tony Kroos in the back, don't I?
Walking to go falafel, you think you look like that.
I don't look
But
like
you don't.
No. Yeah, we'll both dress like that. We'll get a big, whatever the most sort of endangered species is we can use as the fur around the collar. We'll get that. Some sort of golden beaver fur.
Oh, what a man.
Yeah, get that out of my sight. So you having him at United or not? Because, so your first thing you said was yes. The second thing you said was it's not sensible. Get sense out of your freaking head.
If I was sensible, I'd say no. Because I'm a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
I'm saying yeah. Because look, Varane's gone. He was my first choice.
Yeah.
We're hearing that he's signed a new deal, yeah? Or he's gonna.
Yeah.
So who else is there?
I mean, we're linked with Pau Torres. We're linked with Jules Koundé from Sevilla.
Great talents. Give me Sergio Ramos every day. They are risks. They are risks too.
Yeah, but Sergio Ramos is a 350 grand a week. I'm the big cheese in this dressing room talent risk.
Yeah. Just what that dressing room needs. Everyone talks about, if Roy Keane was there.
Yeah.
Roy Ramos.
Roy Ramos. How many goals do you think he can get? I think he'll score more goals than
Ramos
Martial
Keane.
next season.
Pardon?
What? Do you
Why
think?
why would you say that?
If Sergio Ramos came
Why
in,
would you say
who
that?
would score more Premier League goals? Be honest.
Sergio Ramos.
Get him!
That's only because Martial will be covering him in defence. Yeah, he's just fucking running up.
tracking back. Sprinting up all the time. I'd absolutely love it. Oliver Edwards said he's arguably the greatest centre-back ever. He deserves that outfit. I think he does. Can he speak English? Don't matter, does it? International language of foosball, I'm afraid.
Don't say that.
I love it when people say stuff like that. Personally, honestly, I would take Sergio Ramos on a 1 year plus optional year contract.
So, boom, listen to this for a
talent.
summer.
Yeah.
Jason Sanchez.
Yeah.
For 87 mil or whatever it is, yeah?
Yeah.
Sergio Ramos for free.
Oh
but we pay him like 12 million in fucking just joining.
Yeah.
So there's 100 mil gone, yeah? Then we get, who else do we need to buy? Trippier? No, not yet. We'll wait for the end of the
We could do the defensive midfielder.
Yeah,
Rice.
So we've spent 100 mil. We've got probably about 50 mil in the bank, and we got players to sell.
Yeah.
We can get, who you want to get? Sal Niguez?
Yeah.
60 mil? Have to sell someone. Jesse, Diogo Dalot, someone like that. Then we decide on Trippier.
That's nice. And do you know what that does? And I know he's old, and I know he's a dickhead, and all that sort of thing. But he is.
You don't know he's a dickhead, by the way.
Okay. He comes across as a dickhead.
Yeah.
And there's been a lot of stories over the last 10 years about him falling out with people in the dressing room, being more powerful than the managers in the like he's known for asserting power. I haven't seen it myself, I'll be honest. But like what the reports are that he's not afraid to share his opinions. But he still is a free transfer. Like you've got to remember that. It's not as though yes, it's a risk, but it's 300 grand a week risk. It's not
manager,
60 million risk.
You'd do it if this.
Of course you would.
You know what you'd also do if it was Football Manager?
Yeah.
Ronaldo and Ramos on freeze.
Ronaldo and Ramos.
Reunited at United.
Chris Ronaldo meets Sergio Ramos.
Imagine this. Bailey, Ramos. Oh, mate. Sorry, Maguire. I don't know how he's been left out.
You just want carnage, don't
Can we
you?
bring Rojo back for left
Rojo
back?
at left back.
Oh, mate, that'd be so good.
Raphael at right back.
Yeah. Roy Keane in the middle.
But imagine this. I mean, Cavani's on the bench. But we're talking Wan-Bissaka, Maguire, Ramos, Shaw, Fredo McTominay.
Nah,
No, they're not going. You know, deep down they're staying.
How is McTominay in your dream 11?
It's not my dream 11. This is my realistic 11.
Yeah, but realistically, they shouldn't be playing.
All right then. Pogba and Rice. Then on the left, Rashford. Number 10, Bruno. Right hand side, Sancho. Number 9, Ronaldo.
It's coming home, isn't it?
It's juicy, that, isn't it?
coming
It's a little bit juicy. People saying Bailey and Ramos, who gets sent off first. Well, Ramos, because Bailey actually doesn't ever get sent off, which is weird. Right. Speaking of elderly Spanish men who are trying to make their way in this world, Raphael Benitez is close to joining Everton as their new manager. It's not really United news, but we can't not talk about it.
Newcastle United news?
Newcastle United news, certainly. And we're big interested in Steve Bruce. No, but he's obviously former Liverpool manager, won them the Champions League, as much as we hate to admit it. He's now joining Everton in a very Jose Mourinho-y move, looking very likely that this is going to happen.
He hasn't had a job since Newcastle, right?
Don't think so.
I think that's a good job for him. I think Everton have done well in replacing Carlo Ancelotti.
For Everton,
in fact,
that's a great
probably
signing.
better, because Carlo Ancelotti, as much as I would place him ahead of Raphael Benitez in the pantheon of legends of managers.
I like pantheon as a word.
Great word, isn't it?
Lovely.
For the Premier League,
yeah.
I'd imagine Rafa Benitez will probably do a better job with that team.
Yep.
And the only, obviously, the rivalry and all that, we don't care about that, do we?
No.
And I don't even think Liverpool fans really care about Everton, do they?
Not?
Do they? I don't think they care.
All right then.
It seems like a friendly rivalry, don't it? Where they're always talking about how my brother's an Everton fan and I'm when Jamie Carragher used to be an Everton fan, now he's a Liverpool fan.
Well, remember how it was with City 15 years ago? When
Yeah.
it was like, oh, we don't want to lose
Andy
to him.
Cole went there.
But it was like, it's not the biggest problem.
You can go there, but don't be what Schmeichel did and celebrate.
Don't celebrate. But you can do
You
what
can't
Dennis
really
Law did,
twat.
what Andy Cole did, what a handful of players have done. You can play for City. But the reason it's fine for Everton and Liverpool is because they're not a threat. Everton aren't a threat. But if I was a Liverpool fan, I still wouldn't like that.
Does he make him a threat?
Not for anything other than top 8.
Let's say Klopp leaves
Right.
end of this coming season.
Yeah.
They end up with Stevie, me.
Mm.
Everton ahead of Liverpool in 3 seasons.
Possible. I think this is a good signing for Everton, I'll be honest. As much as it's easy to take the piss of Raphael Benitez, he has done pretty well every time he's been in England.
Just love it if Newcastle finish above Everton. Fucking come on, Brucey.
That would be so good, wouldn't it? Because
That
Newcastle
is
fans love
the whole
Benitez.
goal of PL Pistake this season. To get Brucey above Benitez. Every time Bruce is above Benitez in a game week, we are losing our shit.
I'm already losing my shit. If Fergie joined City as manager, it's not the same thing, is it? But like,
It wouldn't happen.
it wouldn't.
He knows. But if it happened, Fergie is untouchable. So Matt Busby, didn't he play for City?
Play for Liverpool, I think, or City,
Play
or
for
both.
City. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, back in the day, it was different though. It's mad because if
Yeah.
you talk to, people like Ray who have been around, like remember the 60s and 70s and all that stuff, they say like, because football wasn't televised back then, like they'd go to United games and then when United were away, they'd go to City games. Like, because that's just how it was. I think that's partly why you had such inflated attendances back in the day, because even neutrals went to watch.
Yeah,
because
because
it weren't as
it was
tribal
quite cheap to
in
get
the
in
stands
as well.
and the price.
Yeah.
But it is weird how they approach things back in the day.
Yeah.
Obviously more tribal now.
So Matt played for Liverpool, and someone says he played for Liverpool and City as well. So yeah, we knew that.
I knew that he had a
Yeah.
past at
History
those
with,
clubs.
with those clubs. I mean, yeah, not strictly United news, but this was the breaking news earlier tonight, so it's worth mentioning, isn't it? Because, I mean, he is a pretty
Where
big
do you think he
figure.
finishes next season?
I don't know, because here's the thing, right? Everton fans all crapped themselves when Ancelotti turned up, and then they started crying when he left. They finished 10th. They didn't do any better than they ever do.
I felt there was periods in the season where they should have won a game and then they could have, one or two of those results go the right way and they finish in a decent spot in the season. I could have seen that happening. And I do think it was a season where they could have built on it. But I kind of agree with you. Like, are you missing that much? Especially, I think you've gone and replaced. I don't think it's a backwards step, that's for sure. I think it's a sideways step.
Yeah. I think it's a
Carlo
decent step.
didn't seem like. I think he's a great coach, but if you're not going to give him the resources, he's not going to. He's not he's not going to turn. He's not a Brendan. You know what I mean? He's not a Brendan Rodgers. You're going to need to give him the tools, and he'll get you. He'll win you a Champions League.
But they do spend money now, though, don't they, Everton? That's
like I reckon if Ancelotti managed City for the last 5 years, they would have won a Champions League.
Yeah, me too. I think they would have. I think if Rafa managed it for the last 5 years, they'd have probably done better than they have. I think they could have won one with him.
That is a shout, Ski.
Yeah. Right. Before we go, then let's talk a little bit about the Golden Boy Award, which is always a bit of a weird thing, isn't it? Look at this Golden Boy.
Was there a film called that back in the day? No, Golden Child. That was.
What was that about?
Oh, that bald kid. I think it was Eddie Murphy in it. There's a bald kid. And basically, when my brother shaved his hair once, we proper gave him a skinhead when he was a little baby. Not a baby, he was like 4. We used to call him Golden Child because he just looked like him. He had a big, round, bald head. Surely someone in the comments remembers Golden Child.
They'll remember Golden Child. But
yes, it was Eddie Murphy, says charge words.
But not Golden Child, but Golden Boy. Amad Diallo and Mason Greenwood both nominated for the Golden Boy 2021. Phil Foden, a notable absentee on the list. Do you care about Golden Boy? Does it matter? What's the point?
Is Foden too old for that or something?
He's only 19.
He's not on the list?
I don't think so. He's certainly not on the list. I don't know if it's because
that's a mistake.
Yeah. Someone's gone, fuck. He's
Is that because he's on like
Euros.
the Ballon d'Or list or something like that?
Maybe.
Not that he should be, but look, I find it, I'm not going to lie, I had this argument the other day with...
Too old to be considered, I apologise.
Okay, so is Haaland still in there?
Yeah, I think so. He won it last year, didn't he? Haaland
no one's ever won it twice, have they?
I don't think so. Can you win it twice?
I don't know. I'd give it Greenwood.
Would you? Fuck it.
But you got Pedri.
Yeah.
Very good. Camavinga.
Ansu Fati, presumably.
Very good.
Well. Excellent player.
You got, I'm sure there's more around Europe, but Mbappe is probably still sniffing about. And when Anderson won it, we've had loads of players at United win it. Can you name them?
Anderson. Cristiano Ronaldo.
I don't think he ever won
Rooney.
it. Yeah.
I know the other one because we
There's
did
4
the other day. Go on, give them me because we can't.
Anthony Martial and Paul Pogba.
Paul Pogba, of course. Here's there's obviously loads. I can't mention all of them. Camavinga
And Martial's bringing on the adult version next season.
Which is what?
The Ballon d'Or.
Amad Diallo in there.
It's going to be a mad thing.
It's going to be mad. Do you care about the Golden Boy? Does it bother you? Do you think they care?
I always like when our players win things like that.
Yeah.
But I don't care when they don't win. Do you get it?
Yeah.
Like, I do want them to win it because I think it'd be great for them. It'd be great for their confidence.
Yeah.
It's always nice to like. I'd hate someone like Saka to get it because he doesn't deserve it.
Bukayo Saka is nominated.
It would just be like, fuck off. Like it just like Arsenal fans about him. Like if you were to be in the desert, for like 10 years and you had no food, you'd probably be dead after 10 years.
No, you'd be fine.
But let's say you've gone this time and someone gave you a cracker, innit? You'd think that's the best food you've ever had, innit?
Yeah.
That's how Arsenal are right now with Saka. Saka is a cracker.
Get that on a t-shirt. I know what you mean. He's very much a sort of the first drop of water after a 20-mile hike, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like, he must be amazing.
And I think he's good.
Yeah.
Crackers are nice, you know what I mean? With a bit of cheese and a bit of Branston pickle.
Yeah.
And they're nice,
Yeah.
but...
Yeah, like you've been playing out all day and you come in and your mum makes you a dead, watered-down squash and it still tastes good. That's what Saka's like. It's
and
like,
you drink it... Your vest has got Raphael stains.
Can Adam stay at ours tonight? His mum said he can. I'll share my dinner with him if I ain't got enough.
Do you remember that? Go on, ask your mum. Go on. Do it. Just go and ask her, man.
Can he ring his mum off our phone? It's after 6, we get 3 calls.
If I ask, just say no.
Just say no. Don't worry about it. Well, I'll see what his mum says. Get in. Get in. That's a yes, because now we've got your yes to put to his mum, and that'll guilt her into it. Any comments? Any comments you're interested in? Dan James to Leeds, Rafinha to United.
What have you made of Dan James's... I was ready to rave about Dan James tonight, and then I saw him run through it and have an easy pass, and he fucked it.
Yeah, he did fuck it, but...
He started the tournament well.
Really well.
And this is what... Let me wipe the tears away. This is what I was thinking.
Go on.
You see when Dan James plays for Manchester United, I feel like there's an inferiority complex there.
Yes.
Like he feels, I'm not good enough. You see when he plays for Wales, I know he turns up to that Wales squad around man like Chris Gunter and them, man.
Which, by the way, sounds like a real awful insult for
Yeah,
a lady,
it does.
doesn't it? Look at this Gunter over
Chris
here.
Gunter's there,
State of that.
And he walks around like, I'm a Man United player, bro. Who the fuck are you? You see when he got subbed the other day and he's like, who are you, bro?
Fuming. Absolutely
Who's this
fuming.
manager Page? Why are you subbing me?
Yeah.
Like, he plays for Wales with that attitude, with a confidence and an arrogance of a top player that maybe, hopefully, it could apply to United. That's not to say he's perfect or he still makes mistakes. He still should have made that pass better. But I feel like there's an attitude difference in him there. And that's not work rate. You know, I'm not on about his different, like his work rate's always there. But
And also, do you know how Jesse Lingard went to West Ham and like revolutionised them going forward because he's so good on the counter-attack? Dan James is the same, playing in that Wales team. Not only has he got that, his confidence, he knows he plays for Man United, he's playing around Chris Gunter, etc. He's also sitting back. He's also sitting back and counter-attacking, which is literally perfect for Dan James. Some of the times he'll in his own half, square up their fullback and knock it past him. He's just flying down the line. He did it 3 or 4 times today and the same the other day.
And I think
he looks
international
so good for them.
football's suited.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
a little bit slower.
Yeah.
Players are, like, especially when you're coming up against, maybe not Turkey, but you know, your Slovakias and that, they're not very quick football teams. And if you've got the pace of a Daniel James.
And a lot of
Jesus
international teams as well have older players, don't they? Because you have your legends who you keep on a bit longer because, especially smaller nations, don't have, like Marek Hamsik.
Not Hamsik.
He's still playing.
Oh, Sebastian Larsson was knocking about.
Yeah, exactly.
What is going on, bro?
Exactly. Chiellini's still starting. I know he got injured tonight, but it's a slightly older game because you don't have the same pool of players. You can't change who you've got.
How many tournaments has he featured in? I know Ronaldo scored in like the last 5.
5.
I swear Sebastian Larsson's played in all of them.
And also, but Ronaldo's been the best player in the world for all of those.
Yeah.
Whereas Sebastian Larsson absolutely has not. One story quickly before we go, we thought we got away without mentioning him. Sir Alex Ferguson has been talking about Jadon Sancho. We'll get through it. He said, I think a lot of Jadon Sancho with his one-on-one duels as an assistant and a scorer. He's extremely dangerous. Fergie wants him, doesn't he? Thoughts?
Is this what we've got to now? Fergie's opinion on it.
I honestly.
I love Fergie to bits, and I'd love to interview him.
Yeah.
But if I interviewed him, the last thing I'm going to talk to him about is Jadon fucking Sancho.
Yeah.
Like, if you're asking Fergie about Jadon Sancho, leave him alone, bro. Fergie goes home, chills with his family, chills with his kids, goes to United games, sits in. He's not watching Bundesliga. No. He's not watching Dortmund. He's probably watched Jadon Sancho once or twice a very long time ago. Why are you asking him about Jadon? Leave him alone.
Yeah.
Stop trying to squeeze this story anymore. And that goes to us lot as well. Doing my fucking head in. If you like mention the word Sancho
one more time
on tomorrow's news video,
Bukayo Saka's
I'm
going to win Golden
spear
Boy.
Whoever's doing the news.
Good for you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Bukayo Saka's what?
He's going to win the Golden Boy now if we mention him tomorrow. England play tomorrow, don't they? Or is it the day after? Friday, isn't it? Right, that's going to be all from us tonight, I believe. Rafa's going to Everton. Ramos is... The problem is with Ramos, because it's such a fresh piece, there's actually he's not even rumoured to go anywhere yet. It's such a really it's still got like the jelly on it. It's that fresh.
Fresh piece.
It's such a fresh piece.
Oh,
he's not actually rumoured to go anywhere yet.
About jelly. Don't cat food stink, bro.
I don't want to say it at the time, but Cam was having his lunch the other day. He got a Lancashire hot pot from Morrison's, so you know it's not good. It stunk of cat food, but I didn't want to tell him.
What?
Yeah, it smelled like cat food.
His food smelled like cat food?
Yeah, but I didn't want to say it to him because he's loving it.
But you just told the whole internet. I say whole internet.
Some of it. Certainly a decent amount of it. Right, that's going to be all from us. Again, thank you to Manscaped for sponsoring us tonight. Again, link is in the description. If you didn't catch it before, the link is in the description. If you want your nuts to look like my forehead, get Manscaped, code Paddock.
Or if you want a fresh piece.
Yeah, if you want a fresh piece. If you want your piece to be fresh, use Manscaped and use the code Paddock Live for 20% off and free shipping. So you don't have to pay to get it there, and you're only paying a fraction of the price. It's admittedly quite a large fraction, but still a substantially less one than you would have paid without the code. Go in the comments, use the code, down all that water before we finish.
Viva Ronaldo.
Viva Ronaldo. Viva Sergio.
Ronaldo's
Ramos.
coming home. Sergio Ramos is coming.
Yeah.
Jason Sanchez is signed.
Ooh.
Declan Rice, I think
Yes.
he might be too much, but we might just buy Sal Niguez. I heard Varane might want to come if Ramos comes, but
Yeah.
he's not sure at the moment.
He's not sure at the moment. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you to Adam. Thank you to myself as well, because I don't say that enough.
Paddock Live,
Paddock Live, manscaped.com. See you in a bit.
Peace.